Hindus the world over celebrated Mahasivaratri yesterday, the night that Lord Shiva performed the heavenly dance. Welcome to Kaleidoscope with me, Savitri Rodrigo. We had a very full week with day 2 of the Kargil's International Women's Day Festival of the Changemakers, highlighting the pioneers and the male perspective last Monday, which, by the way, is a one-of-a-kind festival partnered by the UNFPA in collaboration with Tharuvillas and our program Kaleidoscope. You'll be hearing from those pioneers on Selingco Live Let's Talk. Plus, we find out about the tea auctions that have gone virtual, the curtains going up at the Lionel Went Again, sample some kombucha, highlight some realities of sexual harassment, and get a peek at the week that was. The Shiva Devalaya in Polonnaruwa, one of 14 shrines dedicated to Lord Shiva and built in 13 AD by Chola invaders, is constructed with the unique feature of closely fitted stone blocks. Now, on to our news snapshot. Sri Lanka's central bank secures a $1.5 billion currency swap deal from the People's Bank of China. The UK eclipsed China to become Sri Lanka's leading foreign investor, totaling 24% of total FDIs in the first 9 months of 2020. Sri Lankan Ranitha Gnanaraja was conferred the International Woman of Courage Award by US First Lady Jill Biden in recognition of her outstanding contributions to democracy and human rights in Sri Lanka. While we celebrated women this week, the dark side of harassment yet persists. So, a young startup company decided to act by releasing this video.
So the concept for this video came about as I was on an evening walk. I saw a couple of men catcalling at this lady, and as brief as it was ugly. It was ugly and left a bad impression on me, and I took this idea to my team for people to understand that this type of behavior is not right.
The Wayamba University has discovered a new plant species from a freshwater swamp forest in Sri Lanka. On the backdrop, what you see behind me is the Hindu Koneswaram temple in Trincomalee, known as the Temple of the Thousand Pillars, developed from 205 BC, the greatest building of its time for its architecture, ornamentation and Gopuram towers. And we move into our People's Bank News capsule with some good news. The Georgia Institute of Technology and Emory University have developed a CRISPR-based treatment that has the potential to be effective against the new highly contagious variants of COVID-19. It's delivered to the lungs via a nebulizer. The Colombo tea auctions have evolved since its first auction in 1883, but it was the pandemic that heralded a drastic revolution. Having relied on people-to-people contact, the auctions suddenly went silent. I asked MD and CEO of Asia Seca Commodities Anil Cook what this sudden change from an open outcry to a virtual setting has done to this very people-centric practice.
The industry was all about, particularly the aspect of trading, meeting every week at the auction, swapping stories about what's going on around the world, and getting on with the business of buying and selling tea. And the brokers and the buyers would interact every week. And this kind of bonding and sharing of information, what's going on the estates and so on, was a critical unseen element of what the tea business was about. It's all changed now. What we're trying to do in Sri Lanka is make screen-based trading more personal, add voice, add image. How can we bring in some elements of what the auction used to be back to the aspect of trading online?
News from the Colombo Stock Exchange. After falling continuously over the past few weeks, the all-share price index moved up this week by 2.2%. However, the average daily turnover was still low at 2.1 billion rupees. With global demand for oil approaching pre-pandemic levels, WTI oil is hovering around one-year highs at $64.70 per barrel. Higher US Treasury yields and high returns on equity markets has taken the luster off gold, which currently trades at $1,737 per ounce. English theatre is back. Director Steve de la Silva puts together a cast of 3 in French playwright Yasmin Reza's Art. Here's a glimpse of the rehearsals in COVID-19 times with actors Shanaka Amarasinghe, Lihan Mendes and Chamath Arambawala. I asked Shanaka what it feels like to be back on stage.
Well, it feels a little apprehensive to come back into the theatre because we've been away for so long. But we're really excited to be the first English play back at the Lionel Wendt in nearly a year. So really looking forward to the crowds coming back, looking forward to being in what was taken for granted at one time, but it's going to be different.
What's so special about art?
Well, this is the second time we're doing this play. We first did it in 2011 and we decided to just revisit it for the 10th anniversary of the Broken Leg Theatre Company. Two of the original cast members are abroad now, so we are visiting two new cast members who are very different. We've become very good friends as the process has gone along. So I think it's a play that is very relevant to our times as well, because it's about friendships unraveling and coming back together again. And I think we've noticed that recently with people having differing opinions about very few things and how those can come back to haunt those friendships. So I think it's a very relevant play for now.
It's always great when you win something, isn't it? A family in Monaragala had a windfall of 1 million rupees in gold from Selingco Life in its family safari, which also gave 250,000 rupees in gold to two other families in Kakirava and Horana. The pandemic has made it difficult to enjoy trips to pretty much anywhere on Earth. So, space might be the next best bet. A California-based company will construct the first ever hotel designed like a massive ring that will orbit Earth, and the downside? Room prices will be sky high. Kaleidoscope returns with the pioneers on Selingco Life. Let's talk.
With Selingco Life Pension Saver, Sri Lanka's premier retirement plan, start planning for your retirement today. Selingco Life, a relationship for life.
It's known, understood and comprehended, but rarely taken into consideration. Sri Lankan women are powerful, decisive, multitasking, disciplined, incisive and always up for a challenge. While this would be the ideal yin-yang in any situation, few women have been able to make themselves seen and heard. Some Sri Lankans have pushed through barriers and trailblazed. Jayanthi Kurutumpala scaling Mount Everest, Dr. Vajira Chitrasena's pioneering steps in Kandyan dance, then there's architect Minette De Silva, marine conservationist Dr. Asha Divos and first female DIG Bimshani Jasinarachi. And today on Selingco Life, let's talk are three women, each a pioneer in her own right, who were featured on day 2 of the Kargil's International Women's Day Festival of the Changemakers, partnered by the UNFPA. Here's a quick roundup of some of the gems that Kasturi Chellaraja Wilson, Varuni Amunugama Fernando and Ashanti Dialvis shared.
Have you ever sort of experienced any kind of discrimination along the way because you are female?
No, Sabi. I think it's probably my own attitude. I probably live in this whole bubble of my own where I don't see it that way probably. Maybe it is there, I just don't see it. I see the positivity in it. I mean, I work in an environment which is definitely male dominant, but in my mind, I think that I'm the necessary evil. They need me and I have to be there and I make the difference. So this diva mentality in my mind blinds me. And I'm thinking, yeah, they need me.
The music industry as a whole, I think, just tends to build each other up, whether it be that you're male or female. And also, even with regards to equal pay, a woman would be able to demand or command the same pay as a male would in the industry. So I think that's a great place to be.
So for me, I actually didn't feel it because I was a tomboy or I just chose to ignore it. But I guess one thing I learned is not being the diva, but I realized the importance of being good at what you do and better than the rest. So yeah, it was a bit of the diva because I knew they needed me and I knew that I I was more courageous than the men in the room. I was more confident than them. I knew my worth. I knew I could do it better than the others. And most of all, I brought passion and I was very bold and courageous. I could take any challenge. It didn't come with cockiness. I've been through so much in life that if I fall, it's not a big deal.
How do you empower your women, especially those who are doing everyday jobs and who have families and, you know, children, and they multitask a lot. How do you, as a female, see their role, and how do you actually empower them to make sure that they are productive in the office?
I think everything starts at the interviewing point, Savi, because I really get to meet each and every one of them. So at that point in time, during the discussion, we share a few thoughts, mostly about the values of our group, where we talk about it's a team, it's a shared vision, and there's absolute transparency and respect. Everybody here needs to be respected. Nobody can shout, lose their cool and insult. Nobody can carry tales. So we set the ground rules.
How does artists like you actually handle the abuse of some sort, whether it's physical, psychological, or even cyber?
Our cultural barriers are so immense that we are unable to reach out into that for yourself, for myself, and say, I want to expose this. It's too small of a community to start with in the first place, and everyone cares about what everyone else thinks. So if we can first break through that, then I think we've won half the battle.
Voice alone is not enough. See, what happens is most of the time we just talk about it, or we post about it on Facebook or something, but nothing happens. It's far better, okay, we might not be able to have this huge national movement, but start small, help, talk, you know, try to do things within your periphery. That might transform into something bigger, might not. But at least you will, if you help one other person who you can easily identify, then you really achieve something great, because sometimes we wait for the big movement and only a tsunami comes, that movement doesn't come.
There is a thought process that we shouldn't be identifying women for what they have done by gender per se.
So I think it's time we celebrate the qualities we bring and the uniqueness we bring to the table. And one thing we do, I mean, which Varuni does very well, and I'm learning that women do that very well, is we nurture and we build teams around, and success is together. To a certain point, you need to bring the gender side only to encourage other women to say, to hope, to aspire. If that's what they want, you can do it. But versus now, you should profile the quality, the leadership, the styles they bring, and the outcomes they drive as an individual.
They bravely marched forward, championing their causes, educating and mentoring others, and drawing inspiration and support from the sisterhood. Thank you to our pioneers for sharing their insights on Selingco Life. Let's talk.
With Selingco Life Pension Saver, Sri Lanka's premier retirement plan, start planning for your retirement today. Selingco Life, a relationship for life.
We'll be back with some Jen on kombucha. Sri Lanka is home to the 5 abodes of Shiva, 5 ancient kovils on the coast, known as the Pancha Ishwarams. Besides Nagaleswaram in Kirimalai, Jaffna here, which also gains mention in the Mahabharata, the others are in Mannar, Trincomalee, Puttalam and Mathura. And still on that historical path, the chances are that Manchuria was the birthplace of kombucha as far back as 2000 years ago. This lightly fizzy fermented tea-based drink, which uses cultures and bacteria, has gained a renaissance and become the go-to beverage for multiple health benefits. Here's the founder of Moksha Kombucha, Anupama Gunatilaka, about her venture into this 2000-year-old beverage on Singer Life in 60.
To tell you a bit about kombucha, we can simply call it fermented tea. From the fermentation process, the brew naturally produces probiotics that heals your gut and improves your digestion and ultimately boosts your immunity. Fun fact, 80% of your immunity system is your gut. To tell you a bit about Moksha, we only use premium organic Ceylon teas and locally sourced whole natural ingredients to brew authentic raw kombucha. And our handcrafted unique flavor combinations can be coupled with any flavor palettes and any occasions.
A bit of fizz here and some tea there, and it's all about a good drink. Thank you, Anupama, for that trip into deliciousness with Moksha Kombucha. Day 3 of the Kargil's International Women's Day Festival of the Changemakers, which Kaleidoscope is partnering with Tharuvilas and our band of super supportive sponsors, is on the 15th with the Creative Forces. 3 truly compelling women in their creative spaces: Amina Hussain, Leila Gonadua and Thaji Dias. A reminder that we'd love to hear from you. Write in to kaleidoscopeweekly1@gmail.com or simply scan the QR code, get into our channel and subscribe, or follow us on Facebook and Instagram. As we leave you, don't forget to put on your mask whenever you go out, sanitize whenever possible, and wash your hands all the time. Use Amami hand wash, which comes in a number of handy sizes and fragrances, guaranteed to keep your hands smelling fresh. And here's wishing you a great weekend with this Kaleidoscope takeaway. Find something you're passionate about and keep tremendously interested in it. Julia Child.